Welcome to Quick One Wakili Deep Dive. As you know, for the last, I think it's 2 years, we've been doing Quick One Wakili, where you send your questions into the stories and I answer them. We're going to get into a new format where I answer more questions in a more in-depth fashion, and I'm very happy that my first guest is one of my oldest friends. Oldest friends, sitting in there. We've been friends for long.
Forever.
It feels like Miss Shitawa. Karibu kwa Quick One Wakili.
Asante sana. I'm glad to be here, by the way, to be doing this.
She told me to introduce her as a seasoned.
Yeah, but the keyword is seasoned, yeah? Seasoned means like you know what you're doing. When you're
I was gonna say experience, but like experience.
Ukiweka kachumbari nini, like season. When you season
you season your meat with kachumbari.
Yes, and it's aging.
Will go wrong.
No, now kachumbari, I mean like you're putting your spices, yeah. But yeah, so seasoned marketers are long gone.
I want us to start before you ask me anything, because I know you have questions for me. This is the entire point. I want you to start by just introducing yourself, and I know your CV, so don't hold back.
Wow. Okay, so now I'll introduce myself as Shitawa. I'm a seasoned marketer with over 11 years experience in the market.
Who have you worked with? Probably
Currently working at Nissan Kenya. But previously worked at Bidco Africa, then worked at Ogilvy Africa, worked with VML, and I've handled some very big brands, including Coca-Cola, Showmax, Barclays. I'm trying to remember all of them often. DTB, KFC.
When you're at Ogilvy, you won an award.
Yes, I did.
What for?
So Airtel Nigeria. So I was handling Airtel in a couple of countries. I had a team. So when at that moment I was hands-on on Airtel Nigeria because we didn't have an associate. So there's something called a community associate when it comes to agency world, and we didn't have one. So I had to. Yes. Okay.
For those who are not in the agency world,
okay.
What's a community associate?
So a community associate is someone who actually does the day-to-day postings, coming up with strategies, and coming up with concepts that will run on social. So the first award I won was for Airtel Nigeria. It was awarded the best social account in Africa by Social Bakers. Social Bakers is a big deal in Africa. So
I'll Google that later.
Yes. So now it was awarded the best account because it was engaging and the content were real time, because with agency you have to be real time. Like stima ikipotea
KPLC.
Yeah. So basically it has to be real time. So how real time was it? So Airtel Nigeria at that moment was quite real time. So we were awarded for that. That was my first awesome. Ever award. And then the second one was for Coke. And that's how I got my job at my next job, because of that award. So these guys pushed me because of that.
Coke. This is what I was referring to. I wasn't aware about Airtel, but
yeah, Airtel. So I was managing Coke in Siwa region. So Siwa is Central, East, and West Africa.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Siwa.
So it has
no English because I'm a Siwa. But it's okay.
Yes. So in the Siwa region, we have around 16 countries.
And
but I was managing 13.
13.
Yeah, because of the ECOWAS. There are a couple of things.
The French issue there.
Yes, so there's a couple of things that limit us. But we were actually handling DRC.
Is it?
Yes. DRC, of course, slightly French speaking.
Oh.
Yes. So now in that case, we had a couple of markets, which are 13 countries. So in that, we were awarded for one of the best, also same thing, social.
I'm trying to find the World Cup thing. I'm looking for the World Cup.
FWC.
Yes.
So my team and I.
Oh, my team. That's your idea to come go on. Team and I
came up with an idea that went global, and it was called "What Type of Fan Are You?" Yeah, so basically we're trying to delve into the different types of fans. When they're watching football, there's that person who knows everything. They've been watching football from day one. We call them the old timers. And then we have the clueless one, yeah? Like, oh, ini Arsenal, ini, you know, you don't know, is this Cote d'Ivoire?
Nambona
ameanguka. Hiyo ni goal. Hiyo ni mbona amepewa red. Yeah. So we're calling exactly. So we're calling them the clueless. They don't know what's going on. And the funny thing, imagine, I've forgotten all this. We are 5.
Okay.
But we'll edit that.
So there are 5 types.
Yes.
Of football fans.
Yes. So there are 5 types of football fans. We had the clueless. We had the old-timer, we have the diehard. Diehard is that person who insists, like they know, they're even predicting. Exactly.
Ajui ball, but anajua ni mtu wa Chelsea.
Yes.
I'll die.
By the way, they're saying I will support Chelsea. I will support Arsenal. You're like, who is your new player?
Like Nick Ndeda, watu wa Man U.
Exactly. Munabaki.
Watu wanabidika in Kenya.
So this diehard, you cannot tell them. Okay. Kuna Arsenal.
Is a diehard serial better. Diehard akufi bila kuwekeza.
Diehard.
Leo odds ni 22.
Yeah?
Tumemi 5. Nishikanishie. Ndio hao.
Tutashinda. Wapi?
Na ngoja.
Na mostly wanakuanga Arsenal na Manchester fans.
Na Chelsea na Duty. It's okay.
3 astonishing things that people actually don't know about law. You know, like, you know, those random things you discover about other countries. You're like, hey, like I actually discovered this is a random example, yeah? In the UK, so long as you're over 10, you can be convicted of crime. Whatever crime you've committed. Whether umeiba kitu.
You don't have juvenile laws like
Nope. Nope.
But you're charged as an adult?
So, yes, you're charged proper. In the UK, yeah, you're charged. So long as you're over 10 years old. So people don't know that. Okay. But as in those are the things we're saying, people don't know about law globally.
Number one thing that guys don't know about the law, you don't have to read as much as guys say.
But you have to cram as much.
No, you don't. Okay. If you cram, then that's how you study. I never had to cram. Yes. The law can come naturally to you. You don't have to study as much as guys say. That's 1. 2. The term learned friend.
By the way, that's one. Learned friend,
It comes from back in the day, when Cicero was doing his thing, an advocate had to have an understanding of law, history, culture, music, poetry, art.
Basically, yeah.
You had to learn
all-rounded
many disciplines for you to become an advocate. You see, so you are learned
because you're exposed to all the genres.
You have advocates who have no knowledge of history, no sense of art.
I thought history is compulsory.
But it's like KCPE, KCSE.
Oh, okay.
They have no knowledge of history, art, music, war, strategy. They have the degree. They've been admitted to the bar, but they lack knowledge in these areas. So we call them learned friends, no problem, because this culture. But as an advocate, are you learned? You have to ask yourself. Number 3, I can see you. Because I don't know, because the law has been so demystified over time.
I think number 3, law is not the same in every country. I think that's what most people do. No, people don't know that. You know that as a lawyer, you as an advocate actually, but people out there assume that because I'm in Uganda, the laws that are in Uganda are in Kenya.
The
laws that are in Kenya are in South Africa, but that's not the case.
Jurisdiction matters.
Each country has its own laws,
Jurisdiction has its own laws.
Okay. Yeah.
And legally it's kidogo.
Yeah. Sawa.
Jurisdiction has its own rules.
Sawa. Poraro porero.
Poraro. It says that. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah. Let's just work with what we have. But, yeah, so laws vary across jurisdictions, and it's normal. And then we have legal systems, like we have civil law, we have Commonwealth. Commonwealth countries all have common law. So you have common law remedies, but they don't apply in countries that are not colonized by England.
Okay. What are the 3 things that people actually don't know about law? Like just globally.
All right.
Like things that might have been missed, yeah?
Gotcha. Okay. Contrary to popular opinion, you don't have to study study is not one. You don't have to cram as much. We read a lot, but the law is not based on reading. It's on understanding. So if you're good at it, if you are blessed, then it comes naturally to you. And the reason we're called land defense is back in the day, the history of law. For you to be an advocate, you had to have studied art, history, culture, language, music, a very broad spectrum of knowledge. Then you're learned because you've known.
No, you become a learned friend.
Exactly. I don't know that advocates nowadays are.
No, I think it's still learned friend, yeah? You guys can comment below, yeah, if it's not learned friend.
We call each other learned friends, but are we really that?
If it's not, in case.
Are we really that?
I think you guys are. You're exposed. These guys can survive in any industry.
And
you can. Ni Mungu, apana, ni learned.
So that's the one thing. And then
in matters co-parenting, yeah. What do you think should be fair in terms of contribution?
Alright. I get this question a lot on the Ekonaki show.
Yeah, like who should pay what?
I think based on the constitution where parental responsibility is split between the father and the mother, we have to look for something equitable. It's not about who contributes what. It's what's the best you can do for a child. And across the mother and the dad. So if the dad has a business, has more money, has a bigger business related, they contribute more than the mother. If the reverse is true, the mom contributes more. It's what can you do for the child, to be honest. It comes at what you can do.
So basically you think in terms of contribution, it should come from either party.
It must come from both parties.
No, I'm saying as in fair contribution. If the mom earns more, they pay more. If the dad earns more, they pay more.
Yeah, what can you do for the child? It's about the child. It's not about the parents. Yeah.
But the parents can be selfish. But we're just asking, in your opinion, what do you think is fair?
In my opinion, whoever can do more should
do more. Yes.
That's my position.
Yes. Okay.
You can do more.
Do more. My next question, yeah. Abortion in Kenya, is it legal or illegal? And do you think it should be made legal or illegal?
I cannot imagine a trickier question. I can't imagine. And I also can't imagine the number of young men or old men who are keenly waiting to hear my response. I'm going to respond. Sorry, I've had this maybe. We all know that. Thank you. Hey, so I'm going to ask at the Oxford. I'll say this. I'm pro-choice. That's what I'll say.
No, I'm saying in Kenya. Is it legal or not? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry.
If I answer along those lines, I could not imagine sahizi.
I know. I know.
Pale F back.
So like we never know.
Hey, you are brief.
What?
My audience stays reading.
No name dropping.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. On that question, I'm pro-choice.
Why?
Okay. If you want me to get into it, then
Why are you pro-choice?
Because people should have the right to decide if they want to bring a new life into this world or not.
Or not, yes. I agree.
It's your decision,
I agree, yeah. It's a personal decision.
And if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, is it not weird how it's pro-choice when the woman is pregnant, but then the man is not involved in that choice? Do you think men should have a say in whether you keep it or not?
No.